And men, here are some top signs to let you know that you're being used by her. You can swipe this. Number one, she will make you pay for everything. This is one red flag a lot of dudes ignore. If you're with a woman that never makes the attempt to pay for anything or even help out with the littlest thing, you know she can't handle her own and she still wants you to pay for them. Next slide. Baby me. I don't know what that means. Baby me, you're being used. If a woman likes you and she's interested in you, she will spend on you. Truth is, a woman that's into you will gladly and effortlessly help out. In fact, once she's noticed you're the one that took care of the last date bills. Next slide.
We're gonna stop it right there. Let's comb through that real quick. So this slide in particular, and that was like the other part of it, saying the top signs that you know that you're being used by her, right? So this is men being used by women. She will make you pay for everything. How you guys feel about that? You think there's some truth to that? Shane got his head down, so I guess you good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know if that was a reaction to that post, but go ahead. Let's talk about it. What do you think I thoughts about it? Okay, don't. I'm with that. Go ahead, man. You guys, I'm telling y'all dry today, man. God damn.
So I thought Shannon was gonna go.
And another one.
Man,
He had that response, but as far as I don't think a woman can make you pay. You know what I'm saying? It's really more of a choice that you have decided to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to take her out on a date, so I'm going to spend my money on her. And whatever comes of it, comes of it. The mindset behind to say that it's a red flag, in my estimation, my short time, as you will, on the dating scene, women will, you want us to talk about just the first part or the second part? Just the first part? Okay, so like women will spend money on you, right? If they into you, I've noticed that for sure. And so, but at the same time, what type of woman, or what type of money does she make? And what is it that you've referred to as spending money on you? For me, I'm a pretty simple dude, like just really simple dude. Like if my girl say, surprise me with some like, some Sour Patch Kids, like I'm like, that's pretty dope for me because I'm simple, because I don't really need a lot of things, right? But another guy, he may say, okay, well, she didn't buy me the Jordans, or she didn't buy me an Xbox or something like that. So I think it's to each their own that would say, what is it in reference to she's spending money on me or she's not spending money on me? And then going back to buying dinner, it's a part of the courtship. I think men have lost the desire to court a woman. And yes, it is expensive to date, but if you desire to date someone, then you got to be ready to spend some money. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a red flag. Red flags come in different ways, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's the reason why to say she's not the one, because you're paying for every date and she can't make you do nothing. You choose to spend your money.
Yeah. Agreed.
You on mute, JR.
Oh, I'm thinking y'all on mute. I'm like, damn, I'm like, you on mute. No, I was going to you, Rio.
No, I agree with a lot of what he said. To me, it brought to mind concern, right? A woman that really cares about you is naturally concerned. So she may do thoughtful things, just in evaluation of what you need. We tend to be minimalist. We tend to not require much. So we don't really think about things that would make us more comfortable. Whereas a woman, that's almost in her nature, I think, to be nurturing, so to speak. And sometimes that may require, hey, I noticed you say your back been hurting. Well, either I'm going to give you that massage or I'm going to get you that massage. You know what I mean? There's things like that has, it almost gives you a good indication that a woman is into you enough to be paying attention to what might make your life a little bit easier, especially if you regularly do that for her. So, it should be nothing that you have to ask for, right? You may set a standard to where you pay for the dates. That's perfectly fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but it shouldn't it shouldn't be a reason why she doesn't come up with other thoughtful things to do for you.
Okay. What about you, Shan? What are your thoughts, sir? You on mute, just so you know. I guess we all slipping today. Huh? What's in the coffee?
Listen, man, I don't agree with neither one of those two slides. If this is about the top signs to let you know that you're being used, fellas, men, what are the top signs? What are the things you should look for? The flags, the indicators to let you know that your woman is using you. These first two, Shannon doesn't agree with. I just don't. A lot of the times I find that this is a tax bracket conversation. The reality is gasoline per gallon costs the same whether you drive in a Lamborghini or a Toyota Corolla. A gallon of milk is the same for everybody, whether you're a millionaire or you're impoverished. And so, as such, a gallon of milk to one person is a dime as opposed to $1 to somebody else. So when we talk about, dinner, some people, McDonald's is Mastro's. Going to Ruth Chris Steakhouse is like going to Subway sandwich. So a couple weeks back, JR was mentioning about a woman going out with him. JR saying, look, this is what I do anyway. So you just you're just partaking in my lifestyle that I've already established. It's no big deal to say, hey, bartender, give me another drink. I probably would have ordered another drink anyway, took one sip, left most of the glass full and walked away.
Balling.
Then you got somebody else that says, hey man, you know what? I got to babysit. You got some niggas that go to the club. They babysit one drink all night. They order, they get vodka and cranberry and they sit on that motherfucker. And then they go back to the bar and have them add some ice. Because it's melting out. It's a tax bracket conversation when we're talking about being used when it comes to food. So I understand when you don't have a certain, and so it depends on who you're talking to. If you don't have a lot of income coming in and you counting your nickels, and you have to be a little bit frugal when it comes to where you go and what you do, then yeah, you could see if somebody's kind of like jumping on your tail and trying to get a free meal. Whereas other people, it's like, it's no big deal to be like, yo, it would even, for some people, it would feel weird if a woman was trying to pay for his dinner. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm in circles where we play games to figure out who's going to pay the whole tab. Amongst the men, we like, all right, who did it last time? You did. No, I got, man, man, pick up your car. I got it. Fighting over a $700 dinner bill. So it really depends. You know what I'm saying? What is important, and I don't know if we're going to get to that, is not so much if she's using you for money and makes you pay. And first of all, ain't nobody making nobody pay for making. Ain't nobody making nobody pay for nothing. Shannon ain't nobody making me pay for nothing. It's just, how do I roll versus how does he roll versus how does he roll? Is it just a gesture? Is it, does it make you feel good and benevolent to be able to help other people or take care of stuff because they got you next time? You don't know when you're going to need some help. You don't know if you're going to need to have them put in a phone call because you need their attorney and their attorney's on retainer. So you got a contract looked over for free that would normally cost $650, but it was done for you for free because you paid for a $200 dinner 2 months back. It just depends on who you hanging around, what kind of people you hang around. So to say she makes you pay for dinner, that's right there false. But to say that she isn't expecting you to pay for dinner, well, I expect to pay for most everything anyway, because I know what I'm expecting to get back. Everything is a return on investment conversation. Everything is about, what do we say, cost benefit calculations. All men do that. So it's like, well, what am I getting with me spending X amount of dollars or spending X amount of time or using my resources or influence that's benefiting this woman that I'm gonna get back in return with her being around in my world. So me personally, making you pay, nah, that ain't no big deal. Her paying for dinner, that's just kind of weird where I'm from. But I get it. Some guys is out there saying, well, you know, I paid for the first 3. It should be, you should get me this. You should get this one just so I can see what kind of woman you are. You know, I get that. I understand that. I was there. I've been that. It's like, hey, you be wondering, are you going, you see what I did. You don't want to really say anything, but you just want to see if she's going to make the gesture. If she's going to fight. My last wife, we fought over the bill when we went on our very first date to a bar to shoot pool and had finger foods in Culver City 10 years ago. Oh, no. And, she's like, she put out a credit card. Yeah, I married her because I knew that she was willing to do that. It was a fun thing, but we just shot billiards and talked all night and had like sliders and shit and a couple drinks. It was corny shit, So it kind of really depends on the person. It depends on the woman that you with, like my man said. And it depends on where you are in life when it comes to money. Because if it's no big deal for you to run into 7-Eleven and just buy the snacks for Netflix and chill night, because that right there, is only going to be $15 with the cookies and a pint of ice cream and a few drinks and shit from 7-Eleven. Then you might treat that same way if you're making a certain amount of money, and then you'll treat 7-Eleven like a restaurant. It's like, it's no big deal. $200, what's $200? Why I'm gonna make her shell out $100, and I know she's a teller at Bank of America is getting $16 an hour. It doesn't make any sense. But that's me.
Ricky Williams.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Man. I agree with it. I agree with a little bit of everybody. The make thing is ridiculous. You don't make nobody pay for nothing unless you got a gun to their head and you got them emptying their wallet. You don't make nobody pay nothing, right? But as far as it goes, don't we both use each other? Right? Ain't we both using each other? Ain't we both in this to get something out of it? Right? So, I can only speak on my relationships. When my wife she don't pay for nothing. She don't pay for nothing. Right? It was a time when I didn't have it and she had it and she paid. That's enough for me. You see what I'm saying? As long as it's reciprocal, what you worried about? As long as you know that person is there. If you ain't got it, if you stumble or you off your square for a moment, because you as a man you was never supposed to be off your square forever. That don't happen, right? But we all stumble. We all have issues, right? Shit happens. Y'all know how I like to say that stuff happens, right? So as long as when the time you needed that she there to supplement to help you out, when I got it, you ain't never got to pay. Like I said, why you worried about spending, again, if I'm spending money on you as a woman, you better be worth my time. Right? Like I said, these dudes out here, y'all got the game backwards out here tricking out, you know what I'm saying, spending, $200-$300 on a girl y'all just trying to hit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Right? So like I said, we use each other. We use each other. All right. As long as it's reciprocal, I don't care. It's whatever. That's all I got on.
All right, let's come through the rest of these slides, Ricky.
She might insist to foot the bills of the current date or at least help out. Again, have noticed that whenever a lady likes you genuinely, she's actually the one stopping you from spending too much on things and on her. LOL. You don't know? When she likes you, she automatically becomes your watchdog over your money and how you spend. Number 2, she avoids serious discussions with you. Whenever you guys goes on a date or outing or together, she avoids serious talks like the future, marriage, career, goals, dreams, and aspirations. Which one?
Hold on, you don't have to read that. Let me skip to number 3. Go ahead.
Okay, number 3, she's only available when she needs or wants something from the dude, when it's convenient for her, not the dude. Some men are so blind to these cues all the time simply because. That's all it says.
All right, that's number 4.
Okay. Please believe her. Don't bother trying or pushing it, because the moment you go trying to impress her with all the gifts and stuff, she would definitely start using you and nothing will happen. Women know what they want and the kind of dude they like. And again, at the end of the day, you will feel used, but But now you cause she told you from the get-go, but you still went ahead thinking you can buy a woman's heart with material things. Some dudes know they hear words, just bounce.
I think all them slaps fucked up.
The English is horrible.
Nah, I'm just talking about how I even put them up though, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I don't know what the hell. It's too much shit. Anyway, that was just the rest of it. You guys want to chime in on anything else that was read? I know we did. Number 2 looked like it was solid for understanding, but the rest of it, I don't know, it was all over the place.
Redundant, man. Like I said, man, we talked about this before, man. Like a woman, like if a woman like you, she gonna like you, and you gonna see she like you, right? It shouldn't be too much of an effort. You know what I'm saying? To be trying to win her heart. You know what I'm saying? You being you should be enough to win her heart, bro. You being you should be enough for her to want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And you being a man, it's natural to want to take care of what's yours, right? But like I said before, they want to keep putting it off on the men. You know what I mean? Oh, suck ass dude, da 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 da, right? But y'all out here doing this and expect the game to change. Just whatever, man. Just whatever.